This is going to be a quick overview of social media marketing against a traditional graduate job, okay? And the reason you're probably watching this video is because you're interested in working online. You're looking for most likely a way out of your current situation. That might be a 9 to 5, or quite simply, you're just looking for a way to make money online and gain knowledge and skills in this industry or area that's going to enable you to do that, okay? And you've probably stumbled across social media marketing in the past, maybe from other people out there on YouTube that have bought this model up. Maybe you already have an agency or you're trying to get your first couple of clients, okay? And for those of you that actually don't know what social media marketing is, or digital marketing, hopefully this is going to give you a quick rundown of some facts in regards to actual numbers, okay, and the benefit of using this business model now and going forward in the future, okay. Now myself, I actually went to university for 4 years, got a degree, a business degree, and to be honest, I just found that it didn't really teach me the skills that I needed to get a job that was really, high paying, highly skilled. And I think that's a problem that a lot of people my age or younger or older actually have, okay? The education system isn't really in line with what's going on today. And there's such big disruption happening with traditional businesses and traditional business models, okay? And my own opinion is that, the education system is lagging behind, and it really doesn't do justice to people like me and yourself that have probably spent thousands on education, and really you're not able to see the full benefit of that, okay? And now this business model that I use myself, I really am a big advocate for it, okay? I think it's amazing that the internet today allows each of us to literally from the tips of our fingers connect with thousands of people across the world. Myself, I live in London. I'm not too sure where you are watching this, but provided you have a laptop or a phone, then this business model is really for you, okay? Now I'm going to go on to the next slide, okay? And before we delve into some of the facts about graduate jobs and social media marketing or working online, we really need to understand actually the problems that businesses are facing, okay, and why social media marketing or digital marketing is actually really, really important, okay. Now, one of the biggest reasons that this business model is trending, and this is something that's going to be super sustainable now and in 5 and 10 years time, is because businesses in the traditional sense are being majorly disrupted, okay? You really just need to look at the news or online at the amount of businesses, major retailers that have gone out of business recently, okay? So in the UK, if you remember Blockbuster or Woolworths, Blockbuster was a major movie rental store, okay? And now you just have to look at platforms like Netflix that have come and absolutely wiped them out, okay? Because it's online. It's a lot easier for people to just turn on their phone or laptop and watch it from the comfort of their own home, okay? It costs a lot less. You get a much bigger and broader range of programs to watch. Okay, and for those of you that might be in the United States watching this, if you look at companies like Sears, Mattress Firm, Rockport, these are companies that went bankrupt. Okay, and one of the major reasons for that is that these stores had so much overhead. The traditional model was to spend a couple of thousand, maybe getting a block or a retail store. And then you also had to go out there and buy inventory. Okay, you had to buy the products that you were going to sell, and you had to house them in your store and really wait for them to sell. Okay, so they just sat around. Whereas now you see the likes of Amazon, you see the likes of just online e-commerce retailers in general. Okay, you can set up a website. You don't actually have to have all the inventory up front. Okay, and the costs and the barriers to entry in that have reduced so much that it really has enabled a lot of people to do it. Okay, Amazon, who do Amazon FBA, if you know about that, 2-day shipping and delivery of your goods and products. It was just really, really hard and pretty much impossible, as we've seen, for these companies to compete. Okay, so number one, the reason for this business model being in such high demand is that businesses are being disrupted. Okay, and they don't really know what to do. Okay, everybody's trying to figure it out. So that goes on to, kind of my second point is that this is brand new, and a lot of things that stop people, it did kind of, in my case to begin with, was knowing and understanding that this old business model is pretty much outdated. Okay, so if you're listening to your parents or grandparents' opinions about the internet and how terrible it is, maybe that really can play a big effect on you. Okay, but you need to look at the facts that are there for everybody to see. These businesses no longer exist. Okay, and you can look at that in a bad, negative way, but if you reverse that, there's a ton of opportunity. Okay, and the barriers to entry for this has enabled people like me and you that can go out there and create free accounts, reach out to businesses that might be struggling, might be having problems, and assist them. Okay, help them solve some of these problems. Once you have the knowledge and skills on social media marketing or online marketing in general, okay, that's really where we step in. Okay, and step three is, the problem. This is, as I say, an early stage. Okay, so there's so much opportunity at the moment to do this. You're gonna see yourself, companies gonna start to advertise on different platforms, and if you're able to understand this and become a real, early adopter of this model, then going forward, of course, you're gonna begin to increase your skills in this area, and it's going to enable you to charge a lot of money to clients that really, really need this service. Okay, because ultimately the option for a number of businesses is either go bankrupt, go out of business, or change your model, and look for people like myself and you to offer services that's going to help them. Okay, so that's really important to know and understand that where you step in is solving problems for businesses. Okay, so I want to move on to some actual facts and figures and numbers. And for those of you that are watching this in the United States, so the average salary for a worker in the US is around $44,500. Okay, which of course is a good wage for a lot of people, okay? Now, that is just a rough figure. Some may be higher, some may be lower, okay? But we're going to use this as a base point. That was the information I was able to find out online, okay? That was pretty reliable. So, although that is a good wage, you have to take into consideration a number of factors, okay? The cost of living for the majority of people is rising, okay? Myself living in London, rents are going through the roof, and I'm sure you've noticed that yourself, okay? So once you take out rent and living and paying for food and expenses, you're really not left with that much a month, okay? And that's just the reality of it. So if you're watching this and you do have a full-time job and you'd like to make extra money or have a business that can generate you some cash on the side, then this is also for you, okay? It doesn't have to be full-time to begin with. That's what makes this business model so great. Once you're able to learn really a simple process on how to get clients, attain them, you know, you really can make a nice sizable amount of money on the side, okay? But coming back to graduate jobs, in any job, apart from bonuses, maybe the potential for growth or the pay rises that you get really aren't that much, okay? It's in somebody else's hands, and maybe you get 1 to 3% pay rise, okay? And when you take into account inflation, then you're really not left with much, okay? So, you might be spending 40 to 60 hours a week in this job, in this profession, but ultimately you can be fired, pretty much at any time, okay? So some of the cons is that, again, you're stuck to an hourly wage, as you can see here, you can only be paid for your own time and energy, okay? You're not able to scale that or build something for yourself. You also have a boss that probably watches over your shoulder all the time, other colleagues, and a ton of stress involved, okay? Feeling stuck in that job forever. I've been there myself. I know that it's really not a nice feeling, okay? And if you're in that position, then hopefully by the end of this, you have an understanding of some of the freedom that social media marketing might be able to help you with, okay? So that's for the United States. Moving on to the UK, where obviously I originate from, then the average salary is about £27,000, which again, dependent upon the area that you're living, once you take away tax, insurance, and living expenses, you're really not left with that much at the beginning of each month, okay? And once again, having a job where, you might get a pay rise of 1 to 3%, it's really not sustainable, okay? And again, the amount of hours involved, maybe 40 to 60 hours a week, okay? Now, I do want to say I have nothing against people having a job, because I know for a lot of people a stable income is necessary. I totally get it. Both my parents come and have had, like stable jobs their whole life. This is not to beat down on anybody that has that, because I understand it's a necessity for a lot of people, okay? I just want to show you really a way that, could enable you to earn extra money or create a full-time income for yourself, okay, that enables you freedom, more money, more time, and kind of to do whatever you'd like, provided you're willing to put in the work and learn, okay? And also just the opportunity in, myself being, early 20s, I think a lot of people don't really still quite get their head around, or have got their head around, the internet and how it works, and the amount of people that are actually out there looking uh, for the services that you can offer. Okay, now once again, um, some of the cons, in my opinion, are listed above, pretty similar. Having a boss, feeling stuck, and only being paid for your time and energy. Okay, now there are some facts, and I'm gonna move on to the potential that is actually out there for you. Okay, with this model. Now, the going rate for social media marketing, dependent upon the services that you're offering, are anywhere from 500 to 5,000 per client. Okay, um, and some of the reasons that I love this business model, okay, is because it has the potential for growth. It has the potential for you to scale, um, you know, in really a short amount of time. Okay, that's because dependent upon the industry or the business type or niche that you pick, you're going to find very quickly that there's hundreds and thousands of businesses just in little niches. Okay, so you only really need to onboard 3 to 4 clients. Okay, and you're looking at a great amount of money every single month. Okay, and if that can replace your full-time income, then that is ideal. Okay, I'm in France at the moment myself, and able to do this from pretty much anywhere. Okay, you just need Wi-Fi to be able to implement this. Okay, and you know, really, I think for myself, I think the best thing about this business model is that the skills that it gives you just in learning and going through the process of this, these are skills for life. Okay, once you know how to do it, and you see other people doing it, you'll soon realize that this system, is pretty much bulletproof. Okay, it works everywhere, and for every business. Okay, business owners are gonna take you really, really seriously once they figure out that kind of the tricks of the trade, which is really cool. Okay, that's the one thing that I've really taken from it. Okay, just having the skills and the knowledge to implement. Now, I do have to say, sorry, I do have to say there are some cons to this. Okay, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a business that takes time and effort and energy. Okay, and the most important thing, it actually requires you to take action. Okay, and that's the number one thing. Now, again, I've actually got work online from anywhere as a con, because yeah, if you don't do the work, you could get caught up in just traveling everywhere and kind of losing focus on the business that you're operating. You are your own boss, and you do have to spend your own time, extra time, learning and implementing. Okay, but what I also show you in the course is a way to automate all of this. Okay, and that's one of the things that maybe you're worried about, is that it's going to consume all of your time. And that's just not the case. So what I run is actually just a hands-off model, automated systems that I'm going to show you, where you can get clients on board, and you actually don't really have to do much of the work yourself, which sounds pretty maybe unbelievable to a few of you watching this, but that is the case, and that is what I show you. Okay, so you can have a completely hands-off role when running your agency as well, which is really cool. Okay, so that's some of the potentials for social media marketing and working online. So I guess if you are in a corporate job, or you're in high school, or whatever situation you're in currently, the solution really is Um, I'm not biased to a certain service or um, you know a certain service to run. My main point and aim is to show you the skills and give you the knowledge on how to do this. Okay, so the solution is learning and really being open to the fact that there's people out there that might know a little bit more than yourself, and it's really, you know, dropping your ego, dropping your ego, being humble enough to realize that if you're not in the situation that you want to be, you should probably follow somebody that is, because they probably know something that you don't. Okay, and um, that's the fact. You'll find out that a lot of people that have had success themselves, or built something, they know where you are. Okay, they've been there, and if you're hungry enough to listen to what they have to say and learn, then you're going to find yourself in a position that you want to be a lot quicker. Okay, so please, yeah, if that is you, message myself, message other people. They're more than willing to help. Okay, more than willing to help. So um, yeah, I hope that's given you a good overview of some of the facts and numbers on how much you can kind of earn with the business models. And there's 4 actual steps, really simple steps that you need to do to begin your journey. Okay, and number 1 is make a decision. Make a decision that this is what you want to do. Okay, you need to pick and design kind of um, a road or a place that you want to go. Okay, make a decision that you want to work online, that you want to be able to have the freedom to work from anywhere, pick up a laptop, travel, have extra time with friends and family. And once you make that commitment, step 2 really is invest in yourself. Okay, invest in your self development, your learning, your skills, your money, your time, your effort. Okay, um, move this quickly. So yeah, um, step 3, learn the skills. Okay, join a course, watch free content. I'm not just pushing my own. I really want to make sure that if you're watching this, you're somehow able to learn this. Okay, um, now, as I've talked about before, the quickest way to do it is to buy somebody else's knowledge. Okay, I have a course there for a reason. That reason is to really just save you the amount of time that it took me, um, you know, to learn, and I can bring that down very, very quickly for you. So you're able to really save more money, save more time um, in learning and developing everything that I know. Okay. And then number 4, just take action on what you learn. Okay. A little bit every day. You don't need to go out there and, um, you know, worry that it's going to disappear. It's not. But if you take action on it now and today, um, in a year or two, these skills, are really going to start to pay off. Okay, and if you're looking for some quicker cash, then it's really up to you. The more action you take, the more money you're going to make, and the quicker you're going to get to where you wish to get to. Okay, so 4 simple steps to really get started, and finally. If you've been interested by anything you've seen or heard in this, and you would like to start, you'd like the freedom to um, work online, develop these skills, then please make sure to connect with me, subscribe for free content. I'm not going to give everything away, guys, okay? But I am going to give you enough to really, help you begin or help you to understand what social media marketing is, how people are able to work online. But there's 24/7 access support to myself in the course. which, you know, you have lifetime access to. Okay, so if you really want to know, you're serious about starting, then I look forward to connecting with you. Okay, and you know, I also look forward to connecting with you. If you don't take the course, please be sure to subscribe, comment, leave your opinions. Okay, everybody's got a different perspective. I'm not saying that mine is 100% right and bulletproof, but it's serving me pretty well so far. Okay, and yeah, I'm interested to, um, you know, to develop that more. So I'm gonna leave this video once again. Perhaps go back through it if you have seen something that you didn't quite get or catch. Be sure to comment, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Okay, guys. So until next time, peace out.
Yeah, hey.